beautiful people. Good evening, Yaoundé. Good evening, Cameroon. Good evening, Africa. And good evening to the world. You are onto Cultural Vibes. Of course, like every Wednesday, we bring to you a particular cultural aspect or several other cultural aspects, as many as possible, to spice up your Wednesday evening and to bring you closer to those things that you would want to know about a particular people. And it is only on the Listeners Radio Royal FM 88.4 in Yaoundé and live on Facebook, of course, on Royal FM Cameroon, that you will be getting all the details about particular people in Cameroon, particular people around Africa, and of course, sometimes people far off to some very far off continents that you won't even imagine that we are going to talk about on Cultural Vibes. My name is Mapala, yeah, kind of. Mapalazita, and I am your host for tonight. I have a whole lot of people around me that I'll be introducing as we unfold with the program. But stay put, because today, una no. Now, so when Lord Mayor of start my ever soup. Today we are going to be saying very particular things in this program because it is kind of a special edition. Don't ask me why, just stay put. Let's set the red carpet rolling, because when we come back you will understand why I am saying that this edition is so special. But before we roll the red carpet to receive our guests and all the participants of the program Cultural Vibes, you know that it's a program that deals with the entire house of Royal FM. It's not about Mapala Zita alone. It's not about the English desk alone, because everyone in the English desk participates in this program. Yes, Irish Kimwe is on the other side of the glass. He is the one manipulating the 5,327 buttons over there. And then Carol Prudence Tiente is our copyright clerk. The program is under the coordination of our station manager Bertrand Owona and general supervision, of course, from the padre of the house, Reverend Pastor Emmanuel Noel Bisai. Before I come back to receive all the wonderful people that are with me in the studio, let us go to the other side of the glass and dance to some "We Could See for Jesus" by Mary Mandy.
Ungazo ba mukwani no nganti wa me. Cultural vibes, cultural vibes, cultural vibes, cultural vibes, cultural vibes.
We're proud of who we are.
Tamajamana Kumakuna.
Oh,
Hiya, Tamajamana Kumakuna. Emakue. Che, Harunjae. Che, Harunjae. Che, Royal FM. I no go talk.
You no go talk or talk. Wow. Now, if you're not watching us live on Facebook, trust me, you are missing the sweetest part of your Christmas. Oh, yes.
Christmas has started.
Hallelujah. Christmas has started.
Amen.
Oh, my God. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, you are on to Cultural Vibes on 88.4 Royal FM Yaoundé, Cameroon. And if you want to catch all the beautiful moments of what is happening here in the studio, go to Facebook, search for Royal FM Cameroon, and you will get us live. Like, oh my God. Yeah, I still need to catch my breath. It's been so much fun dancing Bikusi for Jesus. Come on. It's Bikusi for Jesus we're talking about. So I'm not doing the talking all by myself. With me in the studio, it's a cross-section of the English news desk. And let me keep the best for the last. I'll start with the ladies first of all. Hey, birthday girl!
Yeah,
Bizal B. Mafo.
AKA Big Manko. Bizarre B. Mafo. AKA Big Manko.
Let's just stick to the eye.
It is show say some season they were missing.
The way you say Big Eye.
No.
All right, let me start with Bizarre. Azala O.
As a chichine.
Alimbia Langshin.
People birin bina.
Confirm.
Munta shonglo nguntum munta ngutu nguntum the wisham the happy birthday asinewo mun shonglo tanyo ko lo nam akundo no work and lo people biran bina pipi la pinin nji pitimian and ne jilo pumpu chin on pumbiran taw pumbiran lang kon le lite ne juita
ko pele lite. Yes. Now let me cross over to that was Pinyin for you. Let me cross over to Mendankwe. Abala u.
Abonga u.
Ojwikshi ina.
Menjinshi ina mapala menjinshi ina menkongteme ye no usene. I'll host the program Cultural Vibes. Let me continue in the dialogue. I wanted to say something, but it was difficult. Muncha ete muncha mawi ite no program sene ngabu wi ite buka ngabu yi new shine concerning cultural vibes and other cultural values and other cultural things you need to know more about. Muncha ete belembra bo drinandra muncha ete mamiwa bo babawa mama fru Juliana awi itanawi ichong minji gawi itanawi nga mcha etu mama uzi
Marjorie our famous Marjorie the chato special chato send the only way man in the house Unzi
so za Unze pa
don't finish for day.
Pa able. Melo privilege to fa Royal FM. Melonja happy birthday ofanzun bizabi mafo.
And what may you name? Oh, can she let him birthday good? Vote of no confidence.
No worry.
Lord Mayor.
The future one.
City.
Lord Mayor
Nam. Republic. We are seeing Cameroon. Be careful. Dumu chepsu bwebu yamba so chisimbi no so yuruve dumu kwaso nje ku no kwaso vengo ku du vontino you know pala ngwe fa usa ngwe fa mbam ngwe fa bwenkun usu dudu ngwe fa yanu fa dumu chepsu bwepwe no so yuruve ngai so du ntini ne vene so gi fo weten kpangwe mo fe ni ya gi la nansara we ya love more love ni give ni ko chate ma fele give tinini ino se tofa vi you more so we can to re anu do mu chop sunje gunu ni chungunu munga so amuino kusumbu ave munda fe ya vo mankpe bo mo avo isuvo ni je mankpe tinini aye anubu no adzi mo se duru mu fa usa you know unu fa umbam sunkun you know unu fa umbam unu logu you have to marry unu logu you know unu tembam unu tebe unu dime go be fe baba
la big translation
da yusu mudumu chipsu mudumu kwasu unu fa usa njago dumantombi
la tower la
beru
okay people familio. Now is the time to welcome our one and only roving international intercontinental ambassador inter the one and only legal and official ambassador of Cultural Vibes.
You have brought all the
coronation ceremony.
I am excited like I just won a lottery to heaven. Because American lottery is more of the matter. Roving ambassador. I don't know if I should call it an honor or a privilege or it is an knowledge. Yes, I shouldn't get to put the two together. It's an knowledge to legally and officially receive and welcome you in the studios of Royal FM. It's like a home to you already anyway. Welcome our roving ambassador, Mr. Atia.
Thank you very much, and I don't know where to start. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm so delighted to be part and parcel of the program this evening. You know, if you want to climb the tree, you have to start from the root or the bottom. So I just want to say buenos dias to all the guys in Equatorial Guinea. I just want to say wena to all those who are in South Africa. That is Kosa. I just want to say bote nayo to all my Congo people. I want to say Inkina to the Rwandese. I just want to say there are so many.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go to the Middle East now. Salam alaikum.
Okay.
Walaikum salam. Kif halek. Alhamdulillah. Shukran, Habibi.
Okay.
Bonsoir to all our French listeners. Good evening to all those who are listening to this program and also all those who are watching the program live on our Facebook page.
Wow.
It's so numerous, so many languages that it's so difficult for me to, I don't know where to continue, or I don't know where to go. But I think once more it's a privilege for me to be inside the studio. I was in this studio in 2019. That was in April. We started part 1 of the same program. I hope we are going to continue part 2 of the state program, because what I said in 2019, I still have to continue, because there are more. They say the best is yet to come.
Wow. Wow, as in wow. Our roving ambassador, you are most welcome.
Thank you very much.
To your home, because it's actually your home here.
Yeah.
It's been your home on Facebook all the time. So all of you who have been reading our roving ambassador on Facebook, this is Mr. Atia. This is all of him. But trust me, all of him is a whole lot more than what you're saying right here.
That's it.
Now, can I ask a question? You said earlier that you don't even know where to start because the languages are so many.
Yeah.
Like he said in his pineapple, you are under the tree. That before you climb a tree, you need to start from down. Oh, at first you came here in 2019. You said where you discover our cultural vibes on social media. You discovered that it was Cameroon culture. You decided to carry it. Each time the program is there, you share with other friends who are besides you, and you said you are going to continue. But we discovered that it has not. At that time, you were only at the Middle East, but today we discovered that we are even getting both in Ayu. We are also getting the Yoruba, the Nigerians, the other African countries that are coming in. How many countries have you been able to visit it? And when you compare the way they do their own cultural stuff, is it the same like us in Cameroon?
First of all, that should be a trickish question, Bella Samari. But I will just go straight to the point.
Yeah.
I have worked and I've stayed in 14 countries.
In the world?
In the world, yeah.
Wow. How many in Africa?
About, let me say, about 10 in
10
Africa.
in Africa. That means you know the African culture very well.
That's it. So if you look at the culture of those countries that I have stayed, it's completely different from the one in Cameroon.
Okay.
Because there are some certain things, or there are things that the culture outside, it's really portray their own image. But in Cameroon, it's so difficult because here people don't respect their culture. You cannot get up in the morning here and greet your mom or your dad good morning. You have to greet your mom or your dad in your mother tongue. Let me put it this way. In Europe or in Middle East, it's very, very common. You get up in the morning, you greet somebody, salam alaikum. Especially in Dubai.
Do they have the English, the French that we have here?
No.
Okay, it's only their mother tongue.
Their mother tongue. The other aspect of it is the English language. If you greet somebody in English language, especially in the Middle East, and the person doesn't probably respond don't respond in English, you respond in Arabic.
Wow.
So there is what we call a blend of the English and the Arabic language. And it's sometimes you greet somebody who doesn't understand English, and the person probably will try and respond in English, and the person will even probably say thank you for having me known at least one or two words in English, because English there is not like their own language. English is a borrowed language, so their language is Arabic. So if you are working anywhere in the Middle East, or rather if you are working whether you're working in Abu Dhabi, you're working in Sharjah, you're working in Dubai, you're working in Alain, you have to speak Arabic. Arabic is the French language. I don't want to go to the other countries. Let me start from Dubai.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes. Permit me, Zita,
go
Emmanuel.
ahead,
let me ask something to clarify, because when you say you should stay, let us also stay within the Arabic. Now, what image when you share what we do here at Cultural Vibes? What are their reaction?
They are very, very. The reaction is so positive. They have a positive reaction because they are out there to learn cultures of other or people from other diversity, their culture as well. So I think if an Arabic man, like where I'm working, I've been trying to do this because like greeting an Arabic man in my own mother tongue.
Wow.
Then after that, I would tell him this is the meaning of what I just said to you. It's a good morning in my mother tongue, and we'll be so happy.
Which is your mother tongue is?
Is it womb? It's womb.
Okay, it's womb.
Yeah.
Do you master your mother tongue like the way you master some of those foreign language?
No, not really. To be honest.
Before you left Cameroon, were you able to express yourself in your mother tongue?
Yes.
Through learning the other?
Yes, because to be honest with you, I left Cameroon very long. I was 2007. So
wow.
I'm telling you that it's so difficult for me this time because to portray my culture at this point in time is so difficult. I have to stay in this country for about 6 months to learn it, because the white man culture is right inside my blood or my vein. So it's so difficult for me. But one thing is certain, that home is home. Yes. Whether you stay out of the country, you come back home, if you don't know your language or you don't know your mother tongue, you are forced to learn it. You are forced to learn your mother tongue. And people out there are willing probably to learn your own mother tongue as well. You can teach them. There are people who teach English and also teach people over there in their mother tongue. There's a Mancon girl who speaks Mancon very well. She speaks English well. She speaks Arabic well. She teaches people over there, especially Arabic, because if he says something in Arabic that probably the Arabic guy or the man or a woman probably will be happy. Say it in their mother tongue, and she will ask you what's the meaning of what you have just said. And if you say it, that it means good morning, you're good, she'll be very happy to know more. You can teach him or her more of your mother tongue. They're happy. They are very, very welcoming as concerns teaching them their own culture and their own mother tongue to them. They will not probably like kick against, though. They are willing and ready to learn that, especially when you're coming from Cameroon. But if you're coming from Nigeria, there's another bone of contention.
The prophetic Cameroon will not enter into that that politics, because some of us also know. But now, the case of Cameroonians, maybe in the Middle East, that you have spent some time there, do they actually carry the culture? That is, when you people meet as Cameroonian in the Cameroonian community, which language do you use?
Well,
how do you promote the Cameroon culture?
Well, there is what we call end of year party, end of year cultural festival of all the cultural villages or tribe that are represented in Abu Dhabi or Dubai. So every end of year, there is something what we call cultural festival or cultural showcase, where you have the Mancon culture. They organize themselves and they have to like showcase their culture every December.
Okay.
Next is the Oroko culture. The same thing. So from there, they have to portray their culture. They have to like showcase their culture for other people, for other foreigners to learn their culture, because they do that and they invite other foreigners. They will invite probably somebody from Senegal, probably somebody from Mali, probably somebody from Kenya. So when the people from Kenya, Mali, those countries that I've just mentioned, when they come in contact with those tribes, those people from Mancon and so on and so forth, they have what we call a minage. Mix up. So from there they learn, they exchange their mother tongue. So somebody will say good morning in my own mother tongue, then the other person from Kenya will say good morning in his home mother tongue. So from there it's like interact. They interact and probably do learn more. So it's very easy in the Middle East, Abel. So we have a lot of Jangi groups, Mancon Jangi group, Orokon Jangi group, Bayangi Jangi group. They have their different Jangi group. At the end of the year, they have their cultural festival and they invite people from different countries who are based in the Middle East.
Okay, but you people don't have something like a kind of Cameroon cultural festival, like
there is. There is.
Okay.
There is
That's
a
what I wanted to know.
Over there in the Middle East, there is what we call the head of Cameroon diplomatic mission at the embassy. We also have the head of Cameroon Mancon group or Mancon tribe in the Middle East.
Okay.
Head of Cameroon Oroko. So we have all those
the Yamba people.
Yeah, all.
The Pignette.
Yes.
The womb.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them.
They are wing.
There are
so many of them. So there, when during the end of the year, they have to they'll group themselves together and see how they can display the culture. It's a very big event. Sometimes it lasts about 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And it's sponsored mostly by companies. Companies there.
Great.
Yes, there are some companies. I don't want to probably list the name or call the names because probably might be publicity.
Free publicity.
Like that. So
they should come and pay for.
So over there, they do that. They contact some of those big companies and they sponsor. You understand? So it's very easy over there. So I think our culture is, we have to respect our culture. It's just like people always say, if you don't know where you are coming,
you will definitely not know where you're going to.
So don't bother that Cameroonians are out there, they don't showcase their culture. No, we're there, we showcase our culture.
I don't want to say you guys, but most of our brothers out there choose to embrace more of the
in Cameroon, precisely that they can pay me 1.5 million francs a month. I will stay in this country, I will not go out. Because life in this country is so simple. The
And if you
standard-
don't have,
obviously you have to go out.
okay,
It's a two-way traffic.
okay.
That's it. What people don't understand is, you just think that you get into a plane, you arrive at the airport, and the next day you find yourself in an industry or find yourself in a company doing the dirty job. No. It's so difficult. It's so difficult. Because first of all, when you go to Europe, if a company employs you here in Cameroon, you go there. When you arrive at the airport, the company driver will pick you up to your accommodation. The next day, you are going for medical. You are going for medical. There are 10 tests that you have to pass through. You have to go to a machine. They'll put you in a machine. The machine will check you, everything. You don't need to have a small complication. If you just have, there's one that they call TB. That one is very, they don't want to even have TB and high blood with HIV and AIDS. You send back
It's
to
a
Cameroon.
no-go.
No. The next plane coming back to Cameroon,
They just fax you.
they'll just put you in the plane. They'll bond you in the plane and send back home.
Oh Lord.
So when I went there, when I was studying in South Africa University, I went to because when I was studying there in this university, because there you don't study and have a full-time job. No way. You have to
Yeah,
what
it's
we call
part-time.
a part-time. I work for 3 hours only. Because you
Not
are
more.
going to- not more. 3 hours. So you go there, you work for 3 hours. If you can save your money, good and fine. Because you have to pay your hostels, you have to pay
Have
your
a whole lot
school
of bills
fees.
to attend to.
That is it. So life there is not all that easy as people think. Yeah, because if you want to go out of the country, you need to put it at the back of your mind. I will always say, what are you going to do there? Are you going to survive with that type of heat that is in the Middle East? Sometimes the temperature rises up to about 55 degrees Celsius. Can you stay with temperature under the temperature of 55 degrees Celsius?
Yeah, and I think that's a question most people don't ask themselves before they leave the country. That is why we have a whole lot of cases of refugees and people dying in the sea and all those funny stories of people living on the streets in the white man's land, because they don't ask this question you just asked. What are you going to do out there? It's mostly adventure. People are just going because they want to go. They think that Europe or Asia, America is a bed of roses. They're just going to go and pluck the money from some trees and
if you
start
want
making
if
it
you want
big.
to travel out, well, I'm talking like a consultant now. If you want to travel out, the best means of you traveling out of the country, go for further studies. If you have the means, you go for further study. At the end of that study, you are 100% sure of having a job, a good pay job. The take home package very high, but only the bills that probably it will be difficult for you to overcome the bills. Because if you want a car, you go to the bank or you go to the company and get a car. You want a mobile phone, you go there and you borrow or you take it on loan. Then after that, they will slash it from your salary gradually. So it's so difficult. Yes.
That's one interesting thing I love with the people on the other side of the sea. Everything is good for borrow. How so? You borrow and you're paying gradually. Everything, phone, car, machine, you can even borrow a human and still be paying gradually. And
Sorry not to cut you short. This is not.
But definitely for those who are working, right?
Yeah, those who hold a permanent resident. You will not borrow somebody who is just having a temporary resident who the person can disappear in the country at any time. No.
No, we're talking for those who go legally.
Yeah, that's why if you go legally,
Not
you
the
are sure
backside people.
of having a permanent resident. They call it ID. You have your permanent resident. Then they will borrow it and you will pay gradually. They will slash it from your salary. And the good thing there is the payment procedure or the payment period is very minimal. On the 25th of every month, you just go to the bank with your ATM card and you withdraw the money. Your salary is already there. When your salary comes, there is an indication, there is a message on your phone that the salary has been paid to your account. You don't even know you don't even know the cashier of the bank. You don't even talk to the cashier of the bank. You just go there and withdraw your money, and you go and do your thing. So do what you buy with the money. That concerns with you. So I think the best way to travel out. These are just an advice. If you want to travel out, ensure that you have the money to pursue your study. Yes, because from there you will have a good job, and you have a good job in your family. Rest assured that you can help the rest of the family members.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Mr. Acha. Listeners, if you're just joining us, you are on to Cultural Vibes on 88.4 Royal FM, Yaoundé, Cameroon, and watching us live on Facebook on Royal FM Cameroon. Well, for those of you who are just joining us, and for you who have been listening since the beginning of the program and dancing with us and welcoming our roving ambassador, you can call us on 655-543457, 655-543457, and 671-157321. 671-157321. Those are the numbers through which you can call us to ask whatever question you have for our roving ambassador. You know, he's always been on our Facebook page, commenting with every village that we receive, commenting with every cultural aspect that we talk about. Today is the day for us to comment on his own issues. So go ahead and call us, ask whatever question you want to ask to our roving ambassador, and I am pretty sure he will give you just the best and most favorable answers. And just as he said, the easiest and best way of taking yourself out of the country and assured that you get a job is to go through studies. Go out there, study, and get a better paid job to help yourself and your family. Now, let me come back to you, Mr. Achia. We've been talking about traveling, but I am more into our culture. So, let me leave the travelers and their traveling. I want to ask, when you've traveled so much, you've gone to 14 countries?
14 countries.
Yeah. In those different countries, do you meet cultures that resemble something in Cameroon? I know that in Cameroon we have a whole lot of different cultural identities. We are so many. We are over 200 ethnic groups. So it's obvious that we have a whole lot of things that blend together to make Cameroon. But when you go out into these different countries, do you see some aspects of their cultures that look like Cameroon that make you think of home?
Obviously. When I traveled to Abuja, then I traveled to Calabar. The people over there in Calabar, they have the same culture like the people from the Manu division. Oh! If you go to Calabar, they have the yam. It's very good Calabar yam. They have it over there in the Manu division as well.
Pounded yam.
Pounded yam. So they have a whole festival on pounded yam. So I think the culture is the same, especially what they eat. Yes, they eat their what we call their okra soup with pounded yam. Okra soup with gari.
Vegetable soup.
Okra soup, they call it afang soup. That's how they call it. Yeah, so it's a mixture of water leaf.
Yes.
They slice the water leaf, they pound the water leaf, they put it in the
water. Either water leaf or okongobong.
They pound it very well. So that's the people call it. That's their own way of cooking the ero, but it's not ero. It's afang soup. That's how it is called. So they eat it the same like the people from the Mali division or the Bayangi people. So I think the culture there is the same. Yeah. So it's the same as the culture of the Manu people.
Okay, all right. Mr. Achia, I'll be coming back to you. Our editor-in-chief is beautifully and surprisingly here with us in the studio. I think the director of information is best placed to tell us what is happening.
Breaking news, last minute information, latest updates. Royal FM brings you this special edition.
Yes, good evening, listeners of Royal 88.4 FM. According to our sources, report from Kuseri do make mention of the fact that there have been deadly confrontation between tribes in the Logun and Shari division of the far north region ever since last week's Sunday. There have been this deadly confrontation, but reports do mention of the fact that school establishment, markets, other services like the socio-professional services have witnessed men in armed, dressed in traditional attires, really moving around the streets and causing havoc. And joining me in the studio is Editor-in-Chief Jean-Marie Annaba. Good evening to you, Jean-Marie.
Good evening, Belbela Samari. Good evening to our listeners.
We are just coming into the studio with this breaking news of the situation out there in Maroua and in Kuseri.
Écoutez, Belle, c'est une situation qui devrait intéresser à plus d'un titre nos pouvoirs publics. Vous êtes en train de nous rappeler que depuis quelques heures, la situation semble aller de mal en pis du côté de Kuseri suite aux affrontements intercommunautaires entre deux communautés justement. Il s'agit des Arabes Choua, mais aussi de la communauté de ceux qui sont Mousgoum. Alors, ce sont des événements qui ne datent pas d'aujourd'hui. Rappelez-vous qu'au mois d'août dernier, il y a eu ces mêmes affrontements intercommunautaires pour des mêmes raisons que pour des problèmes de breuvage et autres. Les deux communautés ne s'accordent pas. Vous savez que ces deux communautés-là, il y a une qui fait partie des éleveurs, l'autre des agriculteurs. Les éleveurs ont besoin du pâturage pour essayer de nourrir notamment leurs bêtes, ce qui n'est pas évident. Donc, au mois d'août dernier, ça fait environ 15 morts. Et récemment, il y a 4 jours exactement, si mes souvenirs sont exacts, nous avons enregistré près d'une dizaine de morts là-bas et environ une vingtaine de blessés. Monsieur le gouverneur Midjawa Bakari, qui est le représentant du chef de l'État, parce que nous avons suivi des commentaires laissant croire que le président de la République semble négliger la situation, que non. Monsieur le gouverneur Midjawa Bakari de l'extrême nord est descendu sur le terrain. Il nous a rappelé, et nous l'avons bien écouté sur les antennes du média national, il indiquait que le comité de paix avait été réactivé. La grosse question qu'on peut se poser, ce comité de paix a-t-il été vraiment réactivé? Parce que quelques jours après, si on s'accorde à ces images que nous avons vues défiler sur les réseaux sociaux, en attendant que la rédaction de Royal FM puisse mieux creuser et pour en parler en profondeur demain, nous disons tout simplement que ce sont des événements malheureux dans notre territoire. Vous savez que le Cameroun traverse des situations difficiles en ce moment. Si on vous rappelle d'ailleurs qu'il y a des conséquences par rapport à ces événements-là, rappelez-vous qu'au mois d'août, ça avait entraîné le déplacement de 23 000 Camerounais environ qui sont allés du Logon-Birni pour le Tchad. C'est une conséquence pour aller notamment étouffer le pays voisin. Donc les pouvoirs publics sont interpellés. D'ailleurs, nous avons également appris que dans la recherche des solutions, il y a eu un forum sur la paix qui a été organisé par le HCR dans cette partie du pays il y a quelques jours exactement. Est-ce que la situation semble dégénérer? En tout cas, il faut des solutions pérennes parce que ce problème ne date pas d'aujourd'hui. Il y en a qui vous diront que les mêmes affrontements intercommunautaires datent des années 90. Pourquoi est-ce qu'on n'arrive pas à trouver des solutions et pourtant le gouvernement se bat comme il peut, comme un beau diable? Quelle sera finalement la solution? Nous allons dire à nos auditeurs qu'on va mieux creuser en présentant nos condoléances à ces nombreuses familles qui sont endeuillées. Si on compte une quinzaine de morts en août, on ajoute une dizaine en ce mois de décembre. C'est très compliqué, surtout que nous tendons vers les fêtes de fin d'année qui sont dangereuses dans une région qui est d'abord sous les affres de la crise Boko Haram. C'est très compliqué.
Thank you very much, Jean-Marie Annaba, our editor-in-chief. We are going to keep on monitoring the situation out there in Kuseri between the Arab Shua and the Muslim people who are fighting over issue relating to water, given that the two communities are cattle railing community as well as farming community.
Royal FM, l'information pour vous, rien que pour vous. Royal FM 88.4, la radio des auditeurs. Cultural Vibes. Cultural Vibes.
we are back on to Cultural Vibes. It is actually some 30 minutes after 7 p.m. Oh my God, that's the time to fly. Nana Swim just start. I see. Anyway, let's take another piece of music. We've been talking for too much, right, Emma?
Is it as if Emma is having something to say because of the music?
Well, the first part was dedicated to the ladies. The second part
is for the men now.
Heba.
The men in tradition. That's what we are going to do there.
You go worry. Anyway, let's get to the other side of the glass. You reach is right there and has something beautiful and danceable for us. Let's go.
We proud of who we are. We proud of who we are. Me a wandang magalmo, and a wandang jang manjongo, my brother. Proud of who we are. Bas pull up jambang, we go still chop on my sister.
I'll sing some. If you know say you be proud of your beginning, make you the shine light. Just follow me, follow me, follow me, shine light. Le bango le wa, we will know the identity. We will know the identity.
Come any pan this one again. I'll be proud, I'm a licky girl, yeah. I'm proud of who I am, yeah. C'est pas point tout, yeah. Wafu samo, yeah. Bangane, bangjung, yeah. Genta, asita,
yeah. Can't in the man for me, love will I want. Veju one goes away. We proud of who we are. There's a tutti, nay. There's a tossy, nay. Veju one goes away. We proud of who we are. Let's see, guys, jungle, no. For Vini Consansi. Then while we are watching go. For Vini Consansi. Let's see, guys, jungle, no. For Vini Consansi. Then while we are watching go. For Vini Consansi.
Come see the special place where I come from. The moon is by we telling stories round the bonfire. We get the fire and we get the power. We get the sauce. Yes, we are proud of who we are. Now not to sell all man, not chumje.
Yeah, boy, I conga to my one so yo alaya kisanga. Wasn't do for me, they are a daddy. Ayo, a daddy.
cultural vibe. Cultural vibes, cultural vibes.
I go share you for last hour.
I go share you, you go share me.
I go share you for last hour.
I go share you, you go share me.
I go share you for last hour.
Arunja iya tamandamana kumakuna iya makue
Oh yeah.
The cultural vibes for Royal FM.
Oh yes. You know if you talk or talk. You know go finish now only so.
They say when down the hot that they will see Juju come out.
I tell you say.
What's that color day?
Na color this no. Color the you know if you miss. What?
Color no.
Na Royal FM would or na Royal FM would
Yeah.
All right, beautiful people. If you
happy birthday, Bizarre Big Man. Bizarre Big Man.
Okay, Bizarre Big Man. Anything where ever Bella Samari talks today na true. True.
Wait.
All.
Voila. All. Then you live long.
That means you are not more sick.
You the born now a triplet.
Hey.
I tell you, for that talk so no.
Omugo go hot.
Fire. Man, he come 3 months at Omugo. Say what
you go born Mukala. This time na Mukala you go born.
Hey. You want white man?
See? Number 9 chef.
9 chef. All right, beautiful people, you are listening to Cultural Vibes, and trust me, it is one of the most relaxed programs you will ever have in your entire life on any radio on this earth. Yes, and it's happening nowhere else but on Royal FM 88.4 Yaoundé, and live on Facebook, Royal FM Cameroon. Now, I don't know why distraction, they ever distract my distraction. Don't ask me what that means. Birds on what?
Yeah, non.
You see what I say now. Distraction is distracting my distraction, which is not correct. People should stop confusing my confusion.
Yes, we were asking a question.
We were saying that now.
No.
I want to ask Gilberto a question. If you
have the floor.
Okay, Gilberto, we just dance our traditional music in Cameroon, which maybe is not like the real type of traditional that we see, but which has been transformed into modernized stuff. Out there in Cameroon, especially in the Middle East, do we have this stuff, traditional music, where the people come and dance?
Well, Bella Samari, I think we have something like something just similar to what people just danced a few minutes ago, but our own cultural dance. It's like, I can say it's better and much more better and much more interesting than those people cultural dance over there, because if like an Arabic man is dancing his cultural song or something like that, you know how he dances. You know how they dance it?
No.
They'll be jumping. They'll be jumping. They'll be jumping, then they'll be carrying their hands up.
I actually don't want to make a mockery of other people's dancing, but believe me, Africa, Cameroon in particular, we have the best dancing step.
Yeah, that's why.
God, I watch those people dance. Those people are not jumping, they are skipping.
Yeah, they don't follow the rhythm. They dance from left to right, right to left, front and behind. So I think our own dance is well organized, especially our traditional dance, because I think there's what we call a bottle dance. Yeah.
For my place.
Yeah, there's a bottle dance well organized, and they follow the rhythm. Or we clap a hand, all those type of things. Yeah, they follow the bet. Over that way, you tell an Arabic man to follow the rhythm, it's a problem. I think I've answered your question.
Okay, now I still have another question.
Right,
we want to exploit, or maybe we want to do some comparison. You said that when you go to other places, especially like in Nigeria, we discovered that we have similar culture in other places that you are. You have also been in South Africa, and I want you to talk about how do the relationship between the South Africans and their culture.
Well, first of all, we have 4 different type of people in South Africa. We have the Africans, we have the whites, we have the black, and we have the Indians. These people have their own different culture. The black South Africans, they have the culture. The Zulu, we have the Zulu culture and the Xhosa culture. The Zulu and the Xhosa.
Xhosa.
So the Xhosa culture and the Zulu culture, if you want to compare it, it's just like the culture, the Bamileke people's culture. You understand? So I think if you can understand the Zulu culture, there's not much different in the Zulu culture and those of the Bamileke people.
Okay.
Really?
The same culture, the same dance, the same like the way they talk.
Okay, let us look at in terms of promotion.
Yeah.
When you go out like that, do you think that the amount of effort people out there do to promote their culture, like you talk about the Zulu, and you see any opportunity they have is for them to dance? We saw in 2010 how they had to transform their traditional instrument to a worldwide, the vuvuzela. That we saw. They had to transform a whole traditional instrument to become a worldwide issue, and everybody was talking about the vuvuzela. Right up to date, vuvuzela is selling. We have the African Nation Cup which is coming. We have the Ratu that you got me here, but little is being done to say that okay, when we go to the field, we bring in our own vuvuzela with our own Ratu, with our own traditional dance. In terms of promotion, do you think that we Cameroonians we promote our culture enough? Because even though you are just coming back, but at least you have been here for 2 or 3 weeks. But when you compare the way they are promoting their culture, is it the same level of promotion we have in Cameroon?
Ebebela Samare, the vuvuzela is not part of our culture.
Yeah, we have the Ratu.
Yeah, we have our own things. The Ratu, you know.
I'm not going to auto.
So the vuvuzela is part of the South African culture.
Yeah.
It starts from even the kids. The kids know how to blow the vuvuzela.
Wow.
It's not only during the World Cup that you saw the vuvuzela, they blowing the vuvuzela everywhere in South Africa. No. It's part of their culture here. So I think, to the best of my knowledge, we don't really promote our own culture in this country.
Okay.
I don't know if the Minister of Arts and Culture can do something, because to be honest with you, Cameroon have one of the best culture in Africa. Cultural wise, I'm talking of foodstuff wise.
Foodstuff wise, cultural wise, animation wise,
touristic wise,
yeah.
Cameroon
we are
is one
miniature.
of the best. To be very honest with you, when we sell our culture to the white people learn a lot from our culture. There's a touristic site in Cameroon. Let me drift a little bit. There's a touristic site in Cameroon. They call it the Bimbia.
Slave trade
village.
Do you know the meaning of that Bimbia trade? Is it trade?
Slave trade, yeah.
Slave trade village. Do you know the meaning of that to the white people?
It's a UNESCO World Heritage.
That's it. Why we cannot sell or promote that particular place to the white people? That is a very important place. We can promote that, but we don't bother about our culture. We don't bother about our touristic site. So I think we still have to learn on how to promote our culture. This is the best time for us to promote our culture. With the AFCON just around the corner, this is the best time. Best time to promote our touristic site. The Seme Beach, the My6 Beach, the Limbe Botanic Garden, the zoo, the Bonadikobo Bimbia forest, and so on and so forth. But we are just like, I don't understand what is going on. This is the time that they were supposed to, like, the stakeholders.
Somebody say every region in Cameroon God has blessed with income generating touristic aspect. Because even here in Yaoundé, we have what they call Pied dans l'eau. My very good friend Jean-Marie Nabawa is always telling me that there is something in Swahili. Pied dans l'eau, you sit You put your leg foot inside water. You can be taking your snacks, discussing.
We have
the waterfalls. We have the cave here in the central region. I don't want to talk about.
We have the museum.
Yeah.
What are we doing with that museum in Yaoundé?
No, we want to construct.
That is part of our culture. That museum. We have the archive center. I think we have it in Cameroon.
Yes, in Boya we have one. And when I followed the report last time, the man was even complaining that
it has been abandoned.
Yeah,
which is not supposed to be like that. I think we need to sit up and promote our culture and promote our touristic sites. It is part of our heritage. We need to do that.
Now, in 2019, when you were here, you told us about something that in Kenya you discover that Nigerians are exporting their Bafokeng clothes that the way, which is not even up to our own togem like that. I don't know, you call it those their traditional wear. They discover because of the Nigeria movie industry. They discover a trademark because the Kenyan, they watch a lot of Nigerian movies.
That's it.
And they were so interested in having those dresses to be able to mix. And
are you talking of those dresses from the United Arab Emirates called abaya? And are you talking of those ones, abaya?
You do mention something about the Nigeria stuff that they make a lot of. And you went as far as saying that if we can transform this our own togem, because that day everybody was
okay. Yes, I understand.
Yeah, if we can transform this togem, it can save like a very good trade exportation. One of the export goods that the country can have out there, and if and only if we try to sell. But you said, I don't know, you travel a lot. Because at one point we said we wanted to say, do they show Cameroonian dishes in the planes that most of the time you bought? Have you ever gone there? They say this dish.
Abel, I've been to Kenya.
Okay.
There are Cameroonians there. They have a restaurant. They sell watafuwa ero. They sell fufu corn and kati. They sell even corn chaff in Kenya. You understand?
Yeah.
So the problem is
when you do the match market with Cameroonians in Kenya and selling that, when you look at the match market, is it the same like, let me say, Nigerians in Kenya?
No, it's not the same. The Nigerians in Kenya, they have gone far more than us, more than the Cameroonians in Kenya. It's not only on that aspect you are talking. The Nigerians there, they don't relent their effort only on one item. So many items. Nigerians are selling even tea to Kenya. You know that the Nigerians sell green tea to Kenya?
Yeah, from Nigeria.
Yes.
Whereas they don't even have a variety.
So you have a variety of tea, like what we have, the Ndawara, the other teas that we have.
If you go to Kenya, do you know that there is Kaduna yam in Kenya? Kaduna yam from Kaduna. They have it in Kenya. They sell it. They export those things from Nigeria, and they sell it in Kenya, in Nairobi. They also have sweet potato from Nigeria. They have egusi from Nigeria.
And we have those things here in Cameroon.
That's why I'm saying that. That's why I said that the Nigerians, they are far better off than us when it concerns business. Because they don't.
Yeah, they're very smart in business.
Now, when you meet some of those Cameroonians, what are some of the difficulties they share in competing, even a little bit in promoting
First
our
of
culture?
First of all, it's difficult probably to have those things from leave Cameroon to go to Kenya.
Okay.
You know how it is. Because of it's too expensive. One. Secondly, you need an authorization, whether from Ministry of whatsoever.
So much protocol.
You need authorization from that ministry. And thirdly, the problem is there is no law that says that you have to export something from Cameroon to Kenya, because there should be what we call
trade links. Bilateral cooperation.
But Cameroon doesn't have a trade links and bilateral cooperation with Kenya. So that's why but Nigeria, they have it. Nigeria, they explore all the avenues of business in this world. There's no country you go, you don't meet in Nigeria. even in
equally they say there's no country you also go, you know, meet the Cameroonian these days.
Do you know that there's a country called Kazakhstan?
Country called
Kazakhstan rather. That is very.
They have organized a world military game once now.
Yes.
They are Nigerians.
Small nation.
Do you know that?
Small nation, yeah.
Do you know that they are Nigerians there? When I went to Abuja, I saw a Kazakhstan embassy in Abuja.
Wow.
Do you know?
You smart.
Yeah. So I think we should really learn, because if we don't learn, then it will be very difficult for we to explore what we have. Yes. So we have to really learn. I think this is an opportunity for the authorities that be. They should sit up and try as much as possible to see into it that all what we have in this country, our resources, we can promote them. At first, to be very honest with you, when I was growing up, I learned of agri-pastoral show, something like that.
Yeah.
Do we have it today? It's dead on arrival.
It's really dead on arrival.
So I don't know. Those are the things that showcase Cameroon food stuff and culture. Agri-pastoral show, we don't have it today. Those are the things that they need to revive and try as much as possible to bring all those things back into context. Bring all those things back, you'll see how those people, those foreigners will come to this country and probably the economy will be booming. It's so difficult nowadays in this country.
Yeah, I want to find out, we've spoken about a lot from outside. I want to find out, you said you're from the Northwest, specifically from
Womb.
But I did not hear, in fact, you did not really speak the dialect, but I want to know if it's true you've been traveling round. I want to know if you've really been to your village and maybe you've learned certain things that you need to share with us.
I've been to the village when I lost my mom and my dad. That was 2018. Yeah, so I was there and I learned a lot of culture, my own culture. I learned it.
Okay.
And the tradition as well. And it was very expensive for me because they asked me to pay fine.
Naturally.
Because I've never been to the village.
Naturally.
So I paid money, almost about 400,000.
Wow.
And those money they used to buy pigs. They buy pigs. They buy a lot of things when they were doing tradition. Even champagne. I offer a bottle of champagne as well. So no, they took it. Yes, I bought things. I gave almost 400,000. They bought a lot of things just to do tradition for the family and also for me. You see, so.
Did they initiate you into any?
No.
You are not yet,
no, it just like
a man.
it just.
A man has his culture.
There are places now that he cannot enter.
Ebel, listen.
It means he cannot enter where they call. He's entering.
That's what I'm saying.
Ebel, listen. I'm coming to that.
A man self.
A man no feed.
I'm eating the chicken.
Ebel, it's not easy. It was not easy for me. I want to blame my late father and my late wife, but they're so rest in peace. I have to blame them because when I was growing up, I told them I need to go to the village and learn. But they said, no, you cannot go to the village now. Whether for what reason, I don't know.
No, they had their reasons.
So,
very obvious reasons.
Yeah, so
Which was not mentioned.
I might know some.
Yeah, so when I lost my mom and my dad, I went there, spent money to buy. Do you know how much it cost a pig? The cost price of a pig? How wonderful. It was so expensive. But I just have to dip my hand right inside my pocket and to do the sacrifice. That is why they gave me all the blessings. What I'm going to do now there is to build a very nice grave. It's just because of the situation now. I would have done that long ago. Just to build a nice grave for them so that they should continue to rest in peace.
Very important.
So, Abel, I've been to the village just twice, and I promise that from time to time, probably I'll go there, but I will not stay. I cannot go to the village and stay for more than 1 month.
After the crash, we will organize a football tournament.
No problem.
After the football
Yeah, you've been to the village and you went for burial. Yeah, what are they like? For sure, they were performing some certain cultural activities during burials. Maybe there's the dancing of jujus, traditional rites. Maybe, I don't know who passed on first, the mom or the father.
No, the mom passed first, then after 3 weeks, the father followed.
Widowhood traditions that they perform
obviously
on the partner. I don't know whether you saw them that you can really recount to us.
My eyes were tied. My eyes were tied. So they were just doing everything. They didn't want me to see.
Seriously?
Yes, seriously.
Like for real, that your eyes were
they put
blindfolded.
yeah, something like that. So but after that, when they removed it, then they started telling me what they have done.
So when they blindfold you, what they need? What did they tell you?
They were doing their tradition.
They said you must not see.
No, not that. No. The thing is, they were trying to, because they said your father died, your mother died, and you did a lot to bury them, and everybody was so happy. You didn't abandon them.
Okay.
You came to Cameroon, you buried them, and what we have to do for you is to give you the blessings. They did everything until my hands was, the person was doing the what's so called tradition, places the hand on my hair, yeah, and he was singing. Then I was going down, so I went down. He sang until I was like sweating. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Do you know that I'm not sick for 27 years?
Wow.
27 years. I've never been to the hospital. I've not been to the hospital 27 years. Even to drip, I don't know what is drip even.
What a grace.
So that's part of a blessing for me. That's part of a blessing.
And that's where you knew that tradition gave power.
That is it. So that is it.
All right, now
yes,
I think I have been gracious enough to allow the women take control. Now it's time to talk men's business.
Yeah.
Man, talk business.
At least men will have touched gold. So let's stop.
Men now talk. Hey, this gold issue.
Abel,
please,
this
ladies.
gold issue has come again.
Please.
All right.
So, Mr. Ata Gibeto, once again, welcome to Cultural Vibes.
Thank you so much.
I am so delighted to be in your company, and I'm sure our viewers here on our Facebook page as well are delighted to watch you.
Some are already booming questions.
Exactly. Now, you've traveled the world. Personally, I've not been opportune to go beyond.
So you have not reached at the airport.
Now you've been speaking about the various cultures that you've embraced, that you've met, and as well as what you've able to assimilate and to share in the world. Now let's talk about what other cultures may have benefited from Cameroon. You a while ago you spoke about one of your friends, if I'm not mistaken, with some Canada, who is a fan of their Togo.
Australia.
Yeah. Thank you, my bad. Who is a fan of their Togo. Now, apart from maybe other nationals embracing the way we dress, are there some other aspects you think that our culture, that of Cameroon, has been able to maybe has been sold out to the world, and they've been able to equally embrace it, not just sharing theirs to us, but also be sharing ours to theirs?
Well, I think that it's just simple. I'll go to the educational aspect of it.
Okay.
You know, in South Africa, you don't call the teacher with a title. That's part of their culture.
Like Mr.
Yes, if the name is Donut or Mr. Donut, call her Donut. Okay. That's all.
Seriously,
the teacher. That's the teacher. You don't call the teacher like how people call it Miss Joe or Miss Joanna. Yeah, that's it. Because when I went there, I studied when I was studying at university. I always call the lecturer. The lecturer was Donut, Miss Donut. I always call her Miss Donut. Even when I want to answer a question or ask a question, rather, when I want to ask a question,
Yeah. Go ahead. It's okay.
When I asked a question, I was like, yes, Miss Donut. The Miss Donut will say, don't call me Miss Donut, call me Donut. And the other white student will even shout at me, next time, don't call her Miss, call her Donut. That's how it is. You see, all those, I'm not used to that. You see, that is how our own culture is different from theirs. Did you mingle? Have you ever seen students mingle themselves during a coffee break with the lecturer until the lecturer will smoke and toast the cigarette to the student? Have you ever witnessed that?
Not in this our country.
Maybe in another.
It happened. It happened. It happened in South Africa. So when I went there, when we had this what we call coffee break every after 10 coffee break, when those white students they go and be talking to they are discussing with their lecturer, I'll go my own side. I'll be standing and watching. Somebody is drinking water like this and in the cup, and half the water I will take and give to the lecturer. The lecturer will also drink. It's so funny. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to. So when I saw those things, then I go and I met the dean. I completed the dean. They didn't say no. There's nothing you can do. It's part of their culture. So I have to practice and have to succumb to their culture. But that is not in my blood. That's not in my blood. Because we are used to always respect the teachers or whosoever. We call the teachers by their title. Yeah. So that is it. So I think to answer your question better, I think our culture, educational wise, our culture have a lot of respect than those culture of the white people. A lot of respect. Yes, because it is something from childhood we are used to, but then they are not used to. Someone will even slap a lecturer in the class, and the lecturer will the lecturer will do nothing. He will just probably sit and look at the person like that, even slap the other side of the jaw. So that's it. So I think I'll just probably speak on the educational part of it. That's what I just probably explain that our culture is respected. So I feel my culture, when I'm out of the country, I respect my culture, even though I'm in the white man's land. I respect my culture.
Okay, Emma, before you continue with your questions, we have Oben Jude on Facebook. Oben says, hello to you guys. I love what you guys are talking. I love what you guys are taking. It reminds me of a comedian in my village who once said, even the gods also like enjoyment every day. Pami. Oh, all right. Oh, Ben, we hope you could share with us this modern day Pami that we are taking. But it feels good to know that you're there with us, and we are here for you. Obviously, we're here because you're there. To all of you listening too, we are here because you're there, and we are happy to know that you are with us and you're learning all the wonderful things Mr. Atia is sharing with us today. He's been traveling like, I don't know if he's the modern day Christopher Columbus. Because he spends, thank you, he spends his life traveling and discovering new places, discovering new cultures, and he's here with us today to share all that he has learned outside. Emma, back to you with your questions.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the response you gave, I must admit, it's very interesting. Now, let me take you to the future. We've been getting about the emergence plans of this country to emerge by 2035. Now, there are several aspects that we will need to ensure that this country emerges by that year. I know one of them, since it's my domain, possibly will be sports, there's music, and there's culture. Now, what aspect of our culture in Cameroon do you think we should valorize more?
Well, I think one of the aspects of our culture to make it pronounced, let me put it, make it pronounced, is the aspect of, for us to put our culture on the curriculum vitae. It should be like a syllabus in our educational system. Because, to be very honest with you, Emmanuel, we don't value our culture. We don't value our culture at all. Take a good example. If you go to some houses, as I earlier mentioned, it's difficult for the parents to teach their kids or children in the mother tongue.
Yeah.
We need to make it as a habit. We need to put it as a syllable. It should be in a curriculum vitae. It need to be in a syllable. Yeah, we need to put it in all of our this. We need to put it in school.
Under the government have started. There's some pilot center. There's some pilot center which the government have started the implementation, but now political gurus are the ones trying to set in that confusion. Because, for example, if they go to the northwest region, they say we want to take the Mungaka language. You see a strong political guru from Santa will say no, we want the Pinet, Ubien the Awin, Ubien the So. So when it comes to that aspect now, you see the whole setup is being divided. I think there is this Professor Samin Beba Chumu. He has done a lot on that. He even wanted a situation where our national languages should be given an upper hand. And today they are even trying to work on something that, since the national those translating the Bible into the mother tongue could do it, they should make the schools in a way that every schools or every village school should to use the mother tongue of that village to teach the children. Why they become so diverse? So, and what you are saying also is very pertinent, because statistics from that group do mention that we have 70 local languages in Cameroon that are being threatened in the next generation. Nobody will be able to talk about that mother tongue because there is no
Emmanuel, we have I don't know, because I wrote GCE since 1994. I don't know if it's still today. We have a computer. I think computer science was computer something written in the GCE, right? I think there's a paper on computer, a subject, something like that. Why can we not have culture and society as a subject on the GCE? That's why I'm saying that. That's why I'm emphasizing.
What should be taught? What should be taught under the?
That's why I'm emphasizing that they should have it on the syllabus. They should put it on the syllabus. Then with time, they can probably see into it that it becomes a subject on its own. That they can probably that it can be written as a subject on during the public exams, like a GC or an A level, something like that.
But I think at the primary level now we have the mother tongue being introduced, because I have a junior one in primary school. Each day he will come back and he's like, please, how did they say this in the dialect? And then you're expected to serious on that. And well, he would tell you that just spell it anyhow that I'll be able to read in class. And my question is, do these teachers understand all these languages? Because you have a class of about 50 students, each coming from a different tribe, and then they come because at times he will come and he's like,
that is the how do they greet?
Yes. How do they greet in the dialect? How do they call a bucket? Because at times you will come and say they ask them to name 5 items in the dialect, and he'll have to write it down in English, write it down in the dialect, and then when they get to class, they'll have some minutes or some seconds to present it before the class. So I think if they start at the primary level, slowly but surely, it's going to go up.
It seems like Emma got a question for me for sports. I don't know.
Emma does not want to let his sports slide.
I will just add something. I don't know if I can probably at least drift a little bit from what we are talking, and probably can bring in a little bit of sports so that we can laugh a little bit.
Bring the sports.
Yeah, last time when I was here, and that was 2019. I've worked in Qatar as well. I forgot to mention that. Abel, I told you, those people in Qatar rather. So those people, they have the cash. They have the cash.
Oh, money.
Do you know that? I'll ask a question. Do you know that they pay people in Qatar to go and watch football?
What? I'm going to Qatar.
When you reach there by the 24th December.
I'm going to Qatar. No, you know what? Our CEO will definitely open a branch in Qatar.
Abel.
I'm going to work there.
Abel.
Voila.
In Qatar,
I hope so.
you know they play their matches every Friday. Friday is like their own Sunday. So each team or each quarter in Qatar is a small country, just about 2 million people, and 1.2 million of those people are foreigners. It's a very small country, and the country is very hot. If you have egg, you just take an egg and you put under the sun. The egg will boil for 5 minutes.
Are they close to Mercury?
The country is a desert.
No, they're in the desert, so it's obvious.
Extremely hot. The only time that we have a very normal climate is November and December. That's when they are going to play the World Cup. November and December 2022.
Which is normally supposed to be winter.
That's it.
Yeah, that's why that the World Cup will be played in November, December.
Yeah. That's the only time that the temperature is it comes down to 20, 22, something like that. But it's still very hot. But most of the fields
always shared with climatizer out there. It's not easy.
So they pay people to go and watch football. They pay you 100 Qatari dirhams, which is 17,000 francs CFA, one banknote. They give you a bottle of soft drink. You get into the bars. You go there and watch your team. When you are out, the match is over. The boss will take you back and they'll give you another 17,000 francs. You put it in your pocket.
Crispy, imagine you would make 17k every day. Just go watch ball.
Every Friday, not every day.
Every Friday.
Then that will be my permanent job.
As in permanent job.
Because people don't work. People don't work on Friday. Friday is their own Sunday.
Every other job will be a side job.
Yeah, that's all I'll be doing.
Watching football will be permanent job.
I'm going to create, I don't know where it's a campaign or whatever, to do publicity that I'm highly, in fact, anybody should recommend me for that.
Available for watching ball. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, well, we are almost coming to the end of the program. Why Sweet Teen did ever stay? Have you just hold that clock, tick again? We'll stay again some more. Now you reach. You know, we're never free. Yes, we're almost coming to the end of the program, but we still have like 5 minutes to go, so we still have enough time to stay in the company of our roving ambassador. It's really beautiful to have you around, and then I would want to. It's true you've been in the country for a while now. 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, something like a month.
Wow. Okay. Limbe.
Victoria.
What are those peculiar things that you came back and rediscovered in Victoria, culture-wise?
Well, when I came back to Limbe, as I just mentioned, that I will first of all talk about the touristic sites. Then I'll come back to your question.
Okay.
The touristic sites at first was neglected, but now the AFCON is just fast approaching.
Really
so
fast.
That place now is being taken care of. The cleanliness of that place, the ambience that is in that place. Now people go there and visit the place because it's clean. It's clean now, yes. And also the beaches, the Seme Beach and the My6 Beach, very clean. At least the council is doing more than enough to make that place to be very clean for visitors to come and enjoy or relax themselves. Then the last one I will dwell on is the Bukaro. They call it Down Beach area, where you go and eat sea fish.
The famous Down Beach.
I'm always there.
Is it clean now?
Very clean. It's very clean now.
Because the last time I went there, the place
it's very clean now. It has been taken care of. It's very, very clean now. You go there, you eat fresh fish from the water.
Wow.
Fresh. So, cultural wise, I think when I came, there were some cultural groups that have been dormant. But when the so-called Secretary of State at the presidency, or as Minister of Minister Secretary of State at the presidency, Ebel, that's Fendangongo.
Yes.
When he came for inspection with his team, I saw a lot of dance group that I've never seen. So they came there. But Ebel, you know what happened?
No,
I think
sir.
now I don't know what I should bring in politics. You know, those people, they stood at the roadside for almost 5 hours. And when the minister came, they went to the stadium. Do you know what they gave them? They gave 4 loaves of bread with 2 sardines for 20 people to divide or to share.
So this sardine.
That's Cameroon for you.
Let's
So
welcome
leave
home.
It was so annoying.
Oh my God.
Welcome home. That's Cameroon for you.
And you have never seen such things out of the country.
And people were there fighting for sardine.
Oh.
bread.
That is Cameroon
That is
for
Cameroon.
A
No.
woman who left
Let's
the
look
house
at
at
it this
6
way. They're
o'clock
sharing
in
the
the morning.
bread and fish that
A
Jesus
woman,
shared in the
a woman
Bible.
left the house at 6 o'clock in the morning, stood there for almost 5 hours waiting for the minister to come.
Yes.
When the minister came there, the woman was there shouting,
Cameroon Oboso.
sardine and bread.
Well, for those of us, for those of you who just joined, well, you're definitely joining for something else, but not for cultural vibes, because we are packing our bags out of the studio. I just hate to say goodbye, except in situations of when don't know they, when they no they are give bye sharp. But at this point in time, we are saying goodbye from the entire English news room, English news desk, English news room, English news service, English news people.
Goodbye from the entire Royal FM team.
And goodbye from the entire Royal FM team. Irish Kimwe has been there for us on the other side of the glass, and King Solomon is gradually unseating Irish to sit himself on the royal seat and control the number of buttons that Irish has been controlling. Grandma, don't hide. Thank you very much, Iris. Thank you for the technical assistance. Thank you to Carol Prudence Tientu for our copyright. She always makes sure she shows everything. Thank you to Bertrand Owona, our station manager, for coordination. And thank you to Reverend Pastor Emmanuel Noel Bisai for general supervision. Thank you, Crispine. I call her Krishu. Thank you, Bizel Bimafo. Thank you, Ben Emmanuel Kum. Thank you, Abel Bela Samari, the father of the English News Desk. And thank you to Atia Gilberto.
The pleasure is mine.
Roving ambassador of cultural vibes.
Ambassador of
Emma,
cultural vibes.
I beg before the
Thank you
finish,
so much for coming.
Ladies
Ladies
and
and
gentlemen,
gentlemen.
more do the tradition.
Okay.
This is your program. We want to give the command battle to continue to be the ambassador of cultural vibes. We don't do those things on the open. Now we are doing the tradition. Yes, we want to give.
My name is Mapala Zita. Good night.
Good night.
Pala